You guys have a lot of cap space. You have the #1 pick. The future looks bright.
Oh yeah, for sure. We know that we can compete with anybody in this league, especially win. I mean, you've seen all the close games and stuff. You know, we didn't finish off, and so, like I said, you know, use that fuel going into next season. You know, remembering this feeling, especially seeing these other teams that's about to go in the playoffs and play. Use that as fuel. You know, as you're training. You know, bettering yourself for the team.
What did you see on the touchdown run? It seemed like he kind of disappeared in a sea of bodies there and then emerged.
Oh, so I had, the bulldozer. I had KB ahead of me, and so literally I was, hiding away from the DB because he was trying to find an angle to get around me. And so, I used my good blocker. KB, he sealed the deal for me. And so when he finally committed outside, KB washed him down and just stayed in bounds and took off.
Were you as surprised as we were?
No.
When it opened up, it just opened up, like the Red Sea parted.
Well, I don't know if I was surprised, but I saw the end zone, so I had to make a run for it.
Did you know that you had stayed in bounds the whole time? Did you know that you had stayed in bounds the whole time?
Yeah, for sure.
How did it feel to put the Bears break the single season rushing record after the season that you did?
Oh man, that's good, But overall, the bigger picture, it's about the team and stuff, and we didn't have the season we wanted to, but it's about everybody coming back to work, putting their all into this organization for the Bear, and so everybody take a mental break this offseason and stuff, but get back to work and better yourself for the team.
Talk about the work. What's the #1 thing you want to work on this offseason?
I would say #1 thing I want to work on this offseason is I want to do a lot of meditation and stuff like that. I feel like that plays a big part, calming yourself down, when things are not going your way. And so, there's, big on meditation and stuff like that. And also, obviously, perfect my craft when it comes to being a returner, when it comes to being a receiver. So I'm going to be doing a lot of mixing things.
How much free throw, man?
I realized, my grandmother, she always told me, God is always an on-time God. And, his timing is always perfect. And so, this was already written. Am I surprised by it? No. Yeah. I told you guys before, that I'm confident in my abilities and stuff like that. It's just all about, when an opportunity comes your way, you need to capitalize on it.
We'll do two more, guys. After a rough start this year, do you feel like you've established yourself as part of the foundation here, what they're building, or do you think you still need to prove that next year?
I feel like, I'm established, just being here. I'm confident in my abilities. These coaches know what I can do. It's not no surprise. Just stack off of this, train my butt off, get ready for OTAs when that time come around.
Individual, I'll say probably just, really just stay healthy, during the time, that I'm rising and making plays, looking like a superstar. Stay healthy, with the thumb, with the concussion, things like that. And then team-wise, just really try to, be a leader, be better, a better leader, try to bring this defense together a little bit more. Just hopefully, everybody just be more accountable, doing their jobs, and, really just play all three phases, really just try to, finish out the season a little better than we did this year.
What have you learned throughout this rookie season? Maybe where do you think you've grown the most?
I think I've grown the most, really just taking it day by day. I thought I was always good at that, but I feel like I learned it more here in the NFL. We had a lot of ups and downs this year, and but the energy was always great. Nobody was never down. Usually, in college or something like that, people, be a lot negative. There was really no negativity here. Coaches did a great job, the staff did a great job, and obviously the players, loving each other and having each other's back. So I'll say that.
Jaquan, what did you go through personally this week, going back to Monday with Tamar Hamlin?
Really, train with him, know him as a friend. So it was very difficult, seeing it happen to him like that. Him go down and be in critical condition, that was very tough. Going throughout a week, so really just mentally, it was bad. Really had to step away from the facility for a little bit and, collect my thoughts. But once everything got greater, my shoulders everything lifted up off my shoulders.
How far back do you guys go? I know you guys are both from Pittsburgh area.
Yep. Knew him since, what I want to say, 8th grade. Knew him since 8th grade, and been knowing him since.
So how long did you go back there for? Or did you not go back and you just took some time?
Oh, I didn't go back. I just took some time. I didn't go back at all.
And the coaches, the team was encouraging.
Yeah, team, coaches, were by our sides. Anyone who needed it. That's a difficult time in football, and just in the real period. You never want to see, something like that happen to anyone. Not even your worst enemy. So, I feel like the staff and everybody did a great job of having our back.
John, you talked about the attitude being good here despite a tough season.
Yep.
But you guys are competitors.
Yep.
And you don't like to lose.
Yes.
So to lose 10 straight.
Yeah.
Like how tough was what you guys went through to end this season?
I'll say very tough. Everybody wants to win. I want to be where I come from winning. So it's very tough, losing 10 straight, and, you try to give everything that you have. Every single week, every single day, you put in the time, the effort, just caring about football, just loving the game of football. It's very tough, losing after all the hard work you put in. So, it's definitely not a great thing, but it's definitely a lesson learned and something that'll never probably happen while I'm here.
You're going to be here a while. You just got here, and I know your focus is on this game, but the Bears did end up with the #1 overall pick for next year's draft. How do you process that, knowing the type of talent they can bring in and what you guys can build on here because of that?
Yeah, really processing that we'll have #1 pick. Really just get some whoever we need, offense, defense, special teams, whoever we need needs to make an impact now. Whoever comes in, we're going to change things around. So have his mentality right. Whoever we get, hopefully it's somebody great. We need to, it's time to turn it around. Yeah, just turn things around. Really don't want to be on the side of having the #1 pick, but since we're here, it's that time, to make the team better, get the organization better, and change this thing around for sure.
Between that and Mike's question to you about the losing streak, you seem like you were just totally out of patience for this, for losing, and just the toll that it took on you.
Yeah, really don't like losing. Try to give everything that I have, my body, really just flying around, just trying to do everything just to get a win. Trying to do everything that I can and help this team get a W. So don't like losing.
So what about what you guys did this year in terms of, even though the losses piled up, you guys always talked about good culture being built.
Yeah.
Good atmosphere in the locker room.
Yeah.
What do you feel like are the positives that come away from a bad season that you guys carry into next year?
Yeah, I think those are that's a positive. That kind of that foundation you're trying to build. But like I said, man, there's a lot of work we got to do in this offseason here. As players, that's kind of what I'm speaking to, and so guys got to take this time off, reflect on their season, and then when it comes back to April, it's time to go and get this thing right.
What do you think is
Two more, guys.
What's that?
Apart from all the future assets and whatever, what do you think is here right now?
Well, I think you got guys, the obvious guys that are going to be here for the future. I think guys are going to work, and I think we got some talented dudes. It's just a matter of putting this work in, getting that cohesion going, and this offseason is going to be big for that. So we got to really take a next step up. We did some great things in the run game this year, but now we got to really pick this pass game up if you want to be a #1 offense in this league.
What about your season? What about your season as a whole? What are your thoughts? And obviously the touchdown numbers were up. The wins didn't come to the team, but
yeah, I don't really look at it as numbers, more just how I'm looking on tape for me. So when I look at it, just how's my execution technique, all those things, route nuances, all those things. So I thought I took a step up there, and like I said, I'm going to continue to grow in those areas in the offseason.
What's going to be the key to the passing game, taking that next step?
Yeah, I think just everyone getting together, and when we come back in April, and even before that, making sure guys we're getting with Justin, all those things, and just building that cohesion with the quarterback. That timing and rhythm is huge. So we got to build that trust with him, and he's got to have that trust in us. So that's just going to be big this offseason.